Hey YouTube, it's me again, Nakibet Sekmet Maatre. Ladies, I'm going to talk to you for a minute. This is going to be a video straightly for you. Men, hold on for a second. I got another video coming up just for you. Ladies, I'm tired of hearing the same thing over and over again. I was with this guy for X amount of years and I have X amount of babies with him, but he won't marry me. Let me tell you something. I end up going on to the engine search of YouTube and Google and everything else. There's another brother out there named Umar Johnson. You all need to check him out too. Oh, here she go again about talking about another man that needs to be, telling us about our women problems. Well, guess what? Says basically somebody got to tell you about your problems, because even though you know your problems, you don't only want to hear it from somebody else. You don't want to hear it from yourself. You have to hear it from a brother. Well, you're going to hear it from me, a sister. You made a very good point. You determine, women, you black mothers, you black women, determine when the children will come. But guess what? The black man determines when the wedding bells will ring. That's the reason. Here's another point that you also need to know. Okay? Men are not going to take care of other men. Remember that. They're not going to take care of another man. What grown man in their own house is going to allow another grown man in the house, take over? And that is not going to happen. You think so? Are you serious? Let me tell you something. Okay? Listen, ladies. Alright? He's supposed to be your man. Okay? He's not supposed to be your father. Okay? Well, you don't take me out and you don't do this for me, and why is it that we can't, do this together, and why don't you give me any money, because I'm supposed to go ahead and get all these things done, and, you can't pay my bills, and you can't take care of me, I can take care of myself, and blah, blah, blah. It's that independent stuff, and all that daddy issue stuff, and all that, emotional junk, and that self-esteem, or whatever that you want to throw in that pot. That's the problem. Number one, you need to start taking care of yourself. Okay? Be with yourself. Not for a year, not for 6 months, not for a year and, 2 months after. No. You need to figure out what it is about you that keeps bringing in the same type of energy, the same type of attraction to you. That's one. Number two, men are not going to take care of another independent man. Okay? Especially black men, they're not going to do that. Alright? Women, by nature, you are dependent. Okay? Oh, here she go again, saying that, oh, we supposed to be dependent on the man, and ain't no man can do this for me and whatnot. Maybe she can depend on her man. No, let me tell you something. You can depend on us black men. Okay? You can depend on us black men. Okay? What I mean by that is this. By nature, women are dependent. By nature, men are independent. Okay? It is their job to protect you. I said men, not boys. Okay? You have a 46-year-old boy, and then you got a 46-year-old man. You need to really figure out why it is that you're in the same predicament that you're in, ladies. I'm telling you, there are a lot of straight men out here. There are a lot of straight black men out here, but they do not take any nonsense from you. No, because you don't understand. Look, alright? If I got a problem, I go to my husband. Do this, that's it. Problem solved. Okay. That's right. And if I want to listen in ear, I run to a woman. I run to my sisters. I express myself that way. Okay? But guess what? I have no problem with expressing myself to my husband as well. And that's what you need to start doing, ladies. Alright? Men are not designed to hear all that wah 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 wah. It is not Charlie Brown going to school. Alright? They're here to fix the problem for you. Alright? They're here to protect you. Alright? They're the guides. They basically have the ones with the wisdom. But guess what? You can have wisdom too. Because guess what? It's the wisdom that creates the home. but it's the foolishness that destroys it. Number 2, women, you ought to check this brother out. His name is Umar Johnson. Okay, of course I searched and he popped up, and I listened to some of his lectures, and he made some awesome points. Alright, you ought to check him out, because guess what, you need to really raise your self-esteem. The same way how you have these high standards of where you want to go ahead and buy the latest fashion and, you know, have name brand products, but then you hear scrapping 2 pennies to make $1, try to pay your bills. Okay, your priorities is all out of whack. You need to really fix it. And I really want to use language, but I can't. Alright, so forgive me if I feel a little bit, or I seem a little bit irritated, because I am so tired of hearing the same problem. That's 1. 2, okay, sisters, where you at? Okay, here's another thing I also be hearing as well. Yeah, I know he was going to end up with a white woman. Yeah, I know he was going to end up with a Spanish woman. And all this and blah, 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 blah. And where you at? Still complaining at the corner with the rest of your little friends. You need to stop complaining. You want to do something about it? Then you start changing your perception. Stop seeing it as half empty. Look at it as half full. Okay? Look at things like that. Number 1. 2. Okay? Yeah. I'm pretty sure you're going to actually hate me for this, but women, start wearing skirts more. And I'm not talking about the skirts that goes up your behind. Wear skirts. Wrap your legs or whatnot. Okay? Start wearing skirts. Alright? You don't need to wear everything skin bone tight. You don't. Okay? Men are visual creatures, and they want to actually feel that they actually found their wife. Then another baby mama drama, and then the next segment on Maury is this. Alright? You need to stop that. Black men want to actually, you know, feel that they found their wife. They want to see and feel that and know that their women are re-educating themselves. Okay? And I don't know who came up with the stupid behind concept of the women being the backbone. BS. It's the men that's the backbone, because if things really get to, you know, be really, really hard, and, you know, push come to shove, put it that way, who is the strong person that actually can pick your behind up and run if you hurt yourself? Ain't it the black man? Okay? Because their bodies and their mentality are built for that, to be strong. Okay? There was a picture that I have seen that the woman had her child tied on her back, but the man was carrying the woman on his back and going up that hill. Resurrect my kings. But guess what? Women, you need to stop being so goddamn on independent. No wonder you are by yourselves. Because another black man is not going to take care of another independent black man. That's what he's going to see you as. Because all you want to do is be independent. So what do you need him for? Okay? And I've seen this. I have seen this. Okay, I have seen both sides of it. I've seen the younger women around my age, younger and a little bit older than me, still complaining about the same old crap. And then on the other side, I see women who are elders, I mean in their 50s and their 60s, and they're still alone. And I wish I had someone. Okay? You need to stop this. Okay? The more that you constantly want to be Miss Independent Woman, you know, I'm every woman, you know, I can be this and I'm being that, okay, fine. But it's the way that you're doing it, you're pushing the guys away from you. That's the reason why you're alone. Okay? We don't want to hear all that yik yak yik yak. Okay? We meaning, okay, well, of course, guys, but we as us women, I don't want to hear that yik yak yik yak. Okay? But I have to hear it. Listen, ladies, you are more than what you actually think you are, okay? And if you don't want this in your life anymore, then I suggest you go to ustream.tv, type in Patarak, P-A-A-T-A-R-A-Q, okay? We cover many subjects there, and that's we as Nawapians, but it's being written and it's always being passed down from Parmezal Amonabre After Zetwi. I hope I got that title right, because he's a math teacher, and that is it. Alright, but I'm gonna go ahead and make a small little stop and make sure the children are okay. I'll get back to you on part 2 just for the ladies. Men, hold on for a second, okay? So until then, more videos coming back up to you. Hold tight.